Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Bgsn. I'm Emily Johnson.
And I'm Joshua Parker. Today we're going to take a look at new cameras, a teacher profile, and as always, sports.
But first, let's hand it over to Garrett Norcross for weather.
Thank you, Emily. This week will look wet at the start, but it should dry up towards the end of the week. Starting out with today, there will be scattered thunderstorms with an 80% chance of rain, a high of 80 and a low of 70. Thunderstorms will decide to stay tomorrow with a 50% chance throughout the day. They will stay around the mid-70s and high 60s. On Wednesday, those thunderstorms will leave, only having about a 10% chance. There is a high of 75 and a low of 53. Thursday will be bright and sunny, having a high of 78 and a low of 57. And then this week, we will have a high of 79 and a low of 67. That is all for this week's weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Today for lunch, we will be having delicious chicken Alfredo pasta with peas and a whole grain dinner roll, and we will also be having mashed potatoes and a chicken bowl with seasoned corn, green beans, and a dinner roll as well.
When students don't use the right doors to leave and enter the lunchroom, it causes traffic.
John Paciano's got more on the story.
Every student should eat a nutritional lunch every day, but getting to and from lunch can cause chaos in the hallways if students aren't following proper procedure. There are two main doors used to get into the lunchroom. The walkway on the left that leads to school, and the doors on the right that leads to the gyms. When leaving the lunchroom, you can only go one way, and that is at the door near the gym. Students should not be going through the walkway with the vending machines because this causes traffic of students coming in. I talked to Beach Grove senior Santiago Barrios about his opinion on the traffic. This is what he had to say.
When freshmen, sophomores, and juniors don't use the correct hallways, like to leave lunch, it's really frustrating because then it just causes one big traffic jam in the middle of the cafeteria. So then a lot of people are late to classes, and really it just helps if you guys just go out the correct doors after lunch.
Remember, students, use the right doors to leave and enter the lunchroom. I'm John Paciano signing off from Bgsn.
The school installed new cameras around the inside and outside of the school.
John Paciano also got more on this story for us.
Last year I did a report on the new cameras they are bringing in, and now the cameras are in full effect being placed all around the inside and the outside of the school. But if we didn't have cameras for so long, why do we need them now? With more and more students coming to Beach Grove every year, the cameras are used to make sure rules aren't being broken and everyone is kept safe. I talked to freshman Anna Marie to get her opinion on being watched for the next 4 years.
I don't really mind because at the middle school they had cameras, so it doesn't matter.
Here I talked to a few people and asked them if they felt the cameras were going to prevent people from doing bad things. Here's what they had to say.
I just think they're going to catch the kids doing bad things. I don't think it'll really prevent anything from happening. Yeah.
Cameras won't stop people. I mean, you see that in the real world today, so that doesn't work. So
Remember, Hornets, always be safe, make the right decisions, and try to stay out of trouble. I'm John Paciano signing off from Bgsn.
If anyone is looking for something to do here soon, Art Club is coming up. In a few weeks, it will be starting and they will be having meetings. We talked to Kinsley Thompson to get more information.
Art Club, we met every Tuesday after school, and we would do little art projects that we all agreed upon. So we made these dolls out of cloths, and we helped make gloves with palms on them for the basketball teams. So we also were thinking about doing another community project around the school to brighten it up, but I think we're going to move it to this year, but it's going to start the second Tuesday in September this year.
Sadly, American singer Aretha Franklin died on Thursday, August 16th due to pancreatic cancer. Aretha was loved by many and was very successful in the world of music. We send our regards out to the Franklin family. Seniors, ACT testing will be taking place October 3rd. All seniors will take this exam even if you've already taken it. If you score higher on this exam in October, it will replace the previous lower score.
Alyssa caught up with Natalie Mamet to learn more about this year's yearbook.
This year in Yearbook, we're working on a bunch of new formats, so the book is going to look completely different than it has in the years past. And we just want to know more about our student body. We want to know some interesting stuff that you do after school.
Should be at Camp 4.
Stuff that just you might find quirky. We want to know about that.
This year, it's not just clubs or sports. Anything you think is interesting, we would love to hear. If you have a story or know someone who does, You can email Natalie or Mr. White at nwhite@bgcs.k12.in.us.
I would recommend that you buy your yearbook now because they're only $30 until homecoming. So if you want one, get one now because they just keep going up in prices after.
To get a yearbook now, you can either go to Natalie or Mr. White until the official yearbook forms are out. This has been Alyssa for Bgsn.
As the school year begins, many new positions need to be filled. Here's a look at the first teacher profile of 2018. School year ends and starts. There are many positions that need to be filled here at Beech Grove High School. One of those positions is an environmental science class teacher. Here for the first teacher profile is Mr. Martin Barker.
Go ahead.
So I came from Broad Ripple. When they closed last year, I came over here to start our environmental science program, and I'm really excited to get the program started, starting our AP environmental science class, and it's looking really good so far. I'm excited.
For the last years, we've seen many teachers come and go in and out of Beech Grove High School's doors. I asked Mr. Barker if he is willing to stay and participate in the environmental science program for many years to come.
Okay. And I'm planning to stay here and see the program throughout the next at least couple years.
So we can count on seeing Mr. Martin Barker through the hallways of Beech Grove High School for many years to come. For that, we thank you. This has been Joshua Parker for Beech Grove Student News. Now let's toss it over to my good buddy, Jonathan Dans, for your daily dose of sports.
Hello, Hornets, and welcome back to your daily dose of sports. In Beech Grove news, boys soccer had a 2-2 draw with Morristown. Beech Grove led for most of the game, but could not put Morristown down through the stretch. Their next game is tomorrow against Decatur Central. Girls soccer had their third game, have their third game of the season tonight at home versus Triton Central. The girls currently have a record of 1 win and 1 loss. Also tonight, girls golf has a meet at Cecina Memorial High School, and junior varsity football hosts Heritage Christian. Tonight, the Colts finally have their second preseason game. They had joint practices with the Ravens last week, and they will finally play tonight. Last week, there was a few fights in practice, and head coach Frank Reich was not happy with it. He was stated as saying that he was very disappointed in that, and that it's not what Colts fans can expect from the team. Also in Colts news, longtime radio play-by-play announcer Bob Lamey has announced his retirement. He had been with the Colts since they moved to Indianapolis in 1984. He will be replaced by Matt Taylor in the booth tonight. This is a reminder from Coach Kessner to the softball team. There's softball conditioning tonight. Weights at 3:45 till 5:30, and then you will be out at the softball field from 5:30 till 7. If you have any questions, contact one of the coaches or an upperclassman. Last Friday, the Hornets had their first varsity football game of the season. It was a barn burner against the Lutheran Saints. Here I am with what happened.
As many of you may already know, the Beech Grove Hornets had their first varsity football game of the season last Friday against ICC rival Lutheran. This was a very exciting way to start off the new season. This was the first varsity start for many players, including sophomore quarterback Gavin Mitchell. Mitchell will be one of the 4 Beech Grove players to score a touchdown on the ground. Mitchell's touchdown run came in a 1-yard QB sneak to give the Hornets their first touchdown of the year. Beech Grove would score the bulk of their points in the third quarter, scoring 14 points. The first touchdown in the second half would be courtesy of Quanzel Jones. Other players who would get a score are Teron Washington and Aiden Brooks. The Hornets would get the win 34-26. This means that the Hornets start off the season 1-0 in conference play, which means technically they are in a tie for first. The Hornets will have another conference matchup next week as they travel to Park Tudor for what might be the last ever game, as Park Tudor is leaving the ICC after this school year. Coach Weller and the Hornets are off to a very hot start, and next week we will see them keep their foot on that gas pedal. From Beech Grove High School, I'm Jonathan Dans for BGSN Sports.
That's all for your daily dose of BGSN 10.
I'm Emily Johnson.
And I'm Joshua. Happy birthday, Cody Bear.